All right, for 7.3, we're going to work on some story problems, and we need to remember that percents are always out of 100. That's going to be a little secret mystery number that we need to identify in every problem. And as we're working, we want to identify that part and the total. Which one's the part? Which one's the total? So what will go on top with the percent? What will go on bottom with the 100? So finding those two pieces will really help us solve the problem. So we have Josh took a test that had 40 questions. He scored 90%. How many questions did he get correct? So we're going to start and we're going to highlight that we have 90%, right? We know that that is 90 out of 100. So we need to set up our problem here. Let's start getting our labels. So we have the part and we have the total, or the percent, right? And the total. So now we have 90%. So I know that goes here. So 90 out of 100. So now our other part tells us he took a test that it has 40 questions. The whole test, the total test has 40 questions. So that's going to be on the bottom. So if he got 40 out of 40, he would have had 100%. But we're looking for what he did get, right? He got 90% correct. So how many questions is that? So we're looking for this number right here. So the part is we don't know. It's out of the total 40. So we're looking for what out of 40 did he get? So I don't know how to go perfectly from 40 to 100. So we're going to crisscross times. 4 times 9, sorry, lost my mind there for a second, is 36 with 2 zeros. And then we're going to divide that by 100. So that goes in there 0 times, 100 goes into 36 0 times, 100 goes into 363 times, which is 300. 60's left over, bring down the 0, 100 goes into 600, exactly 6 times. So he got 36 correct. So this is, he had 36 correct. Now, from this information, we can also learn a lot of other stuff. I know he missed 10%, right? Because 90 plus 10 is going to be 100%. And I also know he missed 4 questions because 36 plus 4 gets to 40. So understanding what they did can also help us understand what they did not do. All right, let's try another one here. Wyatt got 15 questions correct on a test. He scored 60%. How many questions were on the test? So we're always going to start and identify that percent because that's going to help us get our problem started. So we know we want the part on top, the total on bottom. So we know we have 60%, 60 out of 100, right? There's that secret mystery number every time. He got 15 questions correct. That's the part he has. 15 questions is 60%, right? That is goes on top. So the part he has is 15. And it wants to know the total questions. We don't know the total yet. We're looking for how many questions were on the whole entire test. So we're going to do 15 times 100 is 15 with 2 zeros. And now we're dividing by 60. Sorry, let me crisscross those just right. We're timesing those. Actually, this one, we could probably do, we can do this way. Let's finish it. So 60, right, 120. So this can't go into 1, it can't go into 15, but it goes into 152 times. 2 60s is 120. 30 left over, bring down a 0. I know 6 goes into 35 times, so there is 25. There's 25 total questions on the test. Now I'm noticing that I do know how to get from 60 to 15. 15, 30, 45, 60. I can recognize that if I do 60 and divide it by 4, that's going to equal 15. So if I take 100 and divide that by 4, that's going to equal 25. So it's always worth it to check, do I know how to get here? If not, use your proportion strategy and crisscross multiply and divide. But either way, we came up with 25 as the total of the test. So go ahead and just finish up, write yourself a note or an idea of what you can do to get these percentage stories correct.